Now, one of the main effect of water pollution is that water becomes containing less amount of oxygen. One thing you must have seen is that there are some ponds where water is there. In that pond, sometimes the water turns green. It does not look like water, it turns green, and it appears that there is a layer of green plant on it. So what is it and why is it caused? So these ponds, they look green from a distance because they have a lot of algae growing on them, which is caused by excess quantity of chemicals which are washed from the fields. These chemicals act as nutrients for algae to flourish. So mostly the ponds which are situated in a village, people throw the waste, they use the water, they wash clothes near the pond, and the detergent and the chemicals, they enter the water. If there is a pond, then the farmer who is having a field near, he will use the water and he will give the water to the field, and he will use fertilizer in the field. When he will give water to the field, the fertilizer will mix in the water, and some of the chemical or the fertilizer will again enter the pond. When these chemicals or nutrients enter the water, they act as nutrients for the algae which are growing in the water. So algae is the microscopic green plants. They take the nutrients from the water and they start growing fast. Once these algae grow, they spread and the whole pond will turn green. So the water is polluted, because when the algae will cover the water surface, they will not allow the sun rays to enter inside the water. Therefore, what will happen? Two things will happen. Oxygen which is in the air will not be able to enter freely inside the pond. So the amount of oxygen in the pond will reduce. Second, sun rays will also not be able to go inside. Therefore, there are microbes or organisms who are living under the water. They will not get sun rays. The plants who are living under the water, they need sunlight for producing food, and they produce oxygen. When the algae layer dies, the algae layer which is covered in the water, when they will die, they will serve as food for the decomposers. When the algae will die, they will settle in the water and the decomposing bacteria will start using the algae. A lot of oxygen in the water will get used up. The oxygen which is present in the water will be used up, and because the bacteria will need the oxygen for decomposing. This results in decrease in the oxygen level, which will kill the aquatic organisms. So when the bacteria present in the water will use the oxygen, the amount of oxygen in the water will decrease. When the amount of oxygen will decrease, then the fishes and the small organisms who are living in the water will die. So this is eutrophication. You will read this more in environmental studies, and the water will get polluted, and that water starts stinking also because of the shortage of oxygen in it. So if there are microbes present in the water, they will decompose the waste and they will balance the waste, and the waste will not remain present in the water. So the bacteria which are present in the water, they have to live. They will only live when the algae content in the water is limited. If the algae content has to be made limited, then the waste which is thrown into the water should not be thrown. And so the contribution of human being is there. So when the human will not throw waste into the pond, the algae will not increase. When the algae will not increase, then the water will not be polluted and the water will not get dirty. So in all the sources of pollution, whether it is air, water or soil, human beings are